Hi, and welcome to this course on how to be a smartphone journalist. My name is Peter and I work for Newsudo, an organization that lets anyone in the world submit photo or video stories of the news around them. We work with leading news agencies like the AFP, Getty Images, PA, the Associated Australian Press, and many, many more. Before I joined Newsudo, I worked as an assignment editor for the Associated Press, and I'm really excited that you can now get news from anywhere in the world based on someone's smartphone. In this course, you will really learn how to get the basics right for the news agencies. The style, how to edit, what information to provide. I won't go into all the technical stuff that Rob has already told you, but I will tell you 3 things that really are important to me. Make sure your battery is charged and bring a power pack if you can. Clean your lens. And thirdly, have a selfie stick, a tripod, or hold your camera with 2 hands to make sure it's steady. So just a bit of note on style first of all. I worked with news agencies for most of my career, and I know there's one thing that they want from freelancers and eyewitness content. They want to keep it simple and raw. So remember, don't put any filters on, keep it horizontal in landscape, don't rush around, walking around with the camera, but do stop and take a variety of angles. Wide shot, close-up, medium. They're very basic. Stop and think what's going on. Don't comment on the video. They do not want your voice talking over. They want to put their own voice over your pictures. So keep it simple and keep it clean. So even if news organizations want the story kind of dry and simple, they do want you to edit it if you can. Keep it quite short. 2 to 3 minutes is plenty. Always start with the strongest shots. If you're covering a rally and clashes break out, start your edit with those clashes. Then you can put your shots of the rally and the peaceful demo afterwards and explain this in your script. Always imagine the newsreader telling the story over your pictures and choose your shots accordingly. So if there were reports of wounded people, well, then include the shots of ambulance. It may sound obvious, but it's not, and it will really make a difference. Here's an example.
Women in Black, the international feminist anti-war and anti-violence group, staged a performance protest near Sol Square in Madrid, Spain Wednesday to raise awareness of gender-based violence in the country. Demonstrators staged what is known as a die-in, with protesters lying in the streets surrounded by a chalk outline as though they were laid out at a crime scene.
So, you can have all those great shots, but if you're not fast, news organizations won't look at you. If you're not their first or second submission, they have some stuff, they put some stuff out, they rarely go back to try and re-edit the story, even if your shots are a bit better. So what can you do to make yourself faster? Well, I would start with a try and do in-camera edit. What does that mean? Well, it's about pausing and recording and pausing and recording so that at the end you have all your shots in one take. If your phone doesn't allow you to do that, there's plenty of apps that will allow you. The second thing that you can do about speed is to try and upload directly to the news organization using their mobile app or their mobile submission form. This will really, really speed up the things, and if they get it quickly, there's more chance of them using it. How you're covering a story depends on the type of story. If it's a planned event, you have much more time to think about the shots you need. If it's a protest, let's say, let's think about what the issues are. What are they protesting against? How are you going to illustrate that? Where are they? So, let's say get high shots of the protesters in context, outside the parliament or wherever they may be. What are they saying? Well, shoot some banners saying, we're against the government. Or get a soundbite, we're against the government, etc., etc. However, if there's a breaking news event, you might not know, you might not have that choice, and the story might just be unfurling in front of you. In that case, I would just stand still, keep the camera rolling, and let the magic happen. If you're streaming live, definitely just stand still and let the camera roll. So, news organizations are more likely to trust your submissions if you act like a journalist. And when you submit your video, you give them the information. They don't necessarily want a whole article explaining and expounding. As I said before, they want to add their own touch to the story. But do give them the basics, the 5W. What happened? Where did it happen? When did it happen? Who is taking part? And why? Attribute any facts that you provide. Who is saying that? Who is making the claim? If you're interviewing somebody, try and get as much information about them as possible. What is their name, where they're from, what is their profession, anything that it might be relevant to the story. Knowing what happened will also help you in your camera work. What are you trying to say? If there's a police and protester standoff, let's say, what do you want to show? You want to show that there's a standoff, where it is, and how big the size is. Well, go far away and get the shot from far away. If you want to convey the emotion and the tension there, maybe you want to be in the center of the crowd, if it's safe to do so. That leads us to a very final point, and that's about safety. Always take care and think of what you're doing. Is the situation you're putting yourself in at all dangerous? Would you do that without your camera in hand? Are there any risks involved that you could foresee? What would be your planned exit route? Perhaps you should wear a helmet, maybe a gas mask. How are you going to protect your equipment? News organizations are very happy to use your pictures of clashes and spectacular stuff going on, but unless you're commissioned, you're uninsured, and they will unlikely look after you. So be careful and stay safe. However, news organizations are also increasingly looking for mobile journalism and reports from the field and different angles. So I would really encourage you to go out there and have fun. Just a few things to remember. Get your gear in order. Keep it simple. Keep it short. Keep it raw. Stay safe and provide the right information. And finally, have lots and lots of fun. You've been watching this guest tutorial on how to be a smartphone journalist with me, Peter Eisenberg from New Zulu. New Zulu offers you a chance to get published and perhaps get paid for your content. We have an app, we have a website, it's very easy to submit. I hope you check it out and keep following Smart Film School and all of Rob's amazing courses.